This is like a never-ending episode. Every week there's another episode where somebody's talking about the glove situation, and this just like gives fuel to the LDBC, and then they start making videos and saying, look, and yada yada yada. So the newest guy to this is actually Deontay Wilder's little brother, Marsellos Willder. Now I'm going to be quoting what he said. Apparently he said this. You know it's crazy when you great. They got to do everything that's underneath real to figure out how to stop you. And the most wicked shit about it is people on your own team who will do anything for the hate, money, to help them ops take you down. It was discovered by doctors that my brother has a dent in the side of his head due to a blunt object struck against his head from his last fight. No glove or fist was able to cause the damage, according to the autopsy. My daddy once told me, if you pull a gun out on somebody, you better kill them, because if you don't, they are gonna come back and kill you. The king is about to rise again. We coming for blood. Okay, first, let me talk about this. He says, according to the autopsy, Wilder was hit with a blunt object on the side of his head, and now he has a dent. First of all, when you're talking about autopsy, that means the dude is dead. Like when you're talking about the autopsy, that means the dude's body is in the morgue, and they're opening him up and seeing exactly why he died. What caused this guy to die? So as last time I checked, Deontay Wilder has not died. Deontay Wilder is very, very much alive. And he talks about, so let's just correct that. You know, this dude is acting like Deontay Wilder died. Extremely over dramatic. Kind of like the LDBC. Like, they're so over dramatic. And they make it seem like this dude's in a wheelchair. Marsellos Wilder's acting like his brother died. So now he's throwing in this to rattle up the LDBC even more. He's claiming that a doctor says that he has a dent, that Deontay Wilder has a dent in his head, and that means, and the only thing that could have done that is a object. So now they're saying that Fury had a blunt object on his glove. What is it? First of all, here's the thing. People love to see something like this and immediately jump on the bandwagon and say, "Oh, look, you see, Wilder's brother saying this, Marsellos, so that means it's true, right?" Here's the problem. I need to see the doctor saying this. They keep saying doctor. Every time I see somebody talking about this, they always say doctor this, doctor that, doctor this. But let me see the doctor actually saying it. Let me see the medical reports. Show that. Let me see that. Not just come out and say doctor this, doctor that. I want to see the actual proof, the evidence. I want to see a doctor come out and say, hey, I'm the doctor who examined Deontay Wilder. I want to see medical reports come out and show. You know how every time Deontay Wilder breaks his right hand, he always shows an x-ray. He always posts an x-ray and shows, oh, look, you see, my right hand was broken. Well, if that's the case, show an x-ray of your dent in your supposed head. And that is not believable at all. If this guy has a dent in his head, he would not, if he had a dent in his head, he would not be out and about celebrating, dancing, having a good old time. This guy has 100% recovered from his last fight. You know, he doesn't look like a guy that is basically a cripple now. Like, these guys are trying to make it seem like Wilder's a crippled and all this bullshit. But that's not the case. He's, like I said, he's out, he's happy, he's having a good old gay time, Deontay Wilder. And it's just crazy how this goes. You know, before this fight took place, they were calling Fury pillow-fisted. The LWC was saying Fury was pillow-fisted. Deontay Wilder himself was saying Fury is pillow-fisted. Then Fury knocks him down. All of a sudden, he had no padding in his glove. So what's the deal? No padding. First, I went from having pillow-fisted hands to having no padding. But now, supposedly, he had a object in his glove. So, what is it? Did he punch Deontay Wilder with no padding, or did he somehow had a metal object in? Because that doesn't make sense, right? Because they were saying he had no padding. The LDBC has been saying he had no padding. Tyson Fury had no padding. That's why he cheated. Well, now if you're going around saying that he had a metal object, how does that make sense? He could not have a metal object there if he had no padding, because everybody kept saying, look, that's his hands. That's his hands. You could clearly see his fist. You're telling me now that Tyson Fury is breaking bones with his fist? Wouldn't that hurt Tyson Fury? Have you ever punched somebody in the face with your fist? That shit fucking hurts. Have you ever done that? That's why you have gloves in combat sports. Because when you punch somebody in the face with your fist, that shit fucking hurts. That's excruciating pain. It feels like you're hitting a brick wall. That's why you have gloves on and padding, and you have wraps to protect not only your hands, but obviously your opponent's face. You know, these guys. I said this, so I'm getting exhausted talking about this because it's just like an ongoing drama shit with this whole Wilder Fury situation. He was there. They saw him getting his hands wrapped. This is never gonna end. You know, it's never gonna end. So yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Let's keep in mind Marsellos Willder has been knocked out a few times. This explains why he's talking about autopsy. And because he's not making too much sense because he's been knocked down a few times. Anyway, what do you guys think of what Marsellos Willder had to say? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out.